Hello and welcome to episode 2 of our Eduz-Vacyn campaign. In the last episode, we delved into what our nation was all about, kind of discovering that we think that this is the 13th Night of Darkness. We are trying to ensure that we are not defeated and that the Sun Cult can actually survive on, but we are still currently the the tributary of Zaka. Now, Zaka has decided to go to war with Davaral in the east, which has also put them at war with Ayar-Hashar. Now, I know that Ayar-Hashar has a level 3 capital fort way over here. So, Zaka is going to be committing his troops to going a very long distance away, which is going to play perfectly into our plans, which is to declare a war against them. Now, we have allied Elizna and Sarian. We will be calling both of them in, promising them a territory, maybe giving Elizna something, but nothing to Sarian. We are going to betray them, and eventually we're going to turn on them and take their land for ourselves. We have Eduz-Vacyn, once known as Azgasur, as our vassal, and we are looking pretty good. We are still a tributary underneath Zaka, as I said. They do own one of our cores still, which is a bit upsetting, but that is a-okay. What I'm really looking to do is to break our tributary status. Now, this will lower our stability by 1 if we do this, and I don't really want that to happen. But if I reject Zaka's desire for stuff, the tribute, if I say no to the tribute, it should break the tributary status. They should automatically break it, even though they're at war. I'm hoping, at least. And so in order to make sure that we're ready for that, we need to finish the mission, the Order of Exemplars. Or I guess I should say, for this we need Eliza's opinion of us to be 150, we need 100 military power and 20 temple power. Or we could have used Reinforced Garrison's Holy Order interaction of our Bulwar, but we're not too interested in that, because we want the other bonus. If the surrounding people are to survive the darkest night, the Exemplars must be summoned. The bravest of the people will answer if called upon, though there are others we could ask too. In far Elizna, the greatest battle mage, Ikaris, and the Chaharian Exemplars stand ready, if the Kashras diplomats can make the journey. On the other hand, the Order is being rebuilt in our own lands by the young Sarandar Thelzuir after the defeat of the hands of Zaka, so we can support his efforts instead. And no, I don't think we will be supporting his efforts, because I want to gain access to the War Wizard Ikaris and the Chaharian Exemplars Mercenary Company, which sounds much better. It does cost some mill points and some temple power, but I will gladly do that. We will have an event happen in a couple of days here. Now, our temple power drops to 25. We need to get that back up to 50 in order to complete this mission with Irlium, which would be rather sweet. And I just need to win wars against Zaka or Jan. Alright, so 50 days, and then we should be able to hire the mercs. Wex declares restoration of union on Istalin. Interesting. I believe they get it through their mission tree. I'm not sure, though. Alright, the Chaharian Exemplars. A group of men and women of exceptional ability. The Exemplars are dedicated to protect the peoples of Bulwar and to maintain the tenets of our faith by being an example of purity and light for the faithful. The Chaharian Exemplars went to Eskin a couple of years ago, following the advice of Lamash, the elder of the Lamusu, and one of the 4 beings that Suriel tasked with protecting Bulwar. Led by Ikaris-Zuir, these Sun Elven Exemplars are some of the most disciplined and experienced warriors in all of Bulwar, ready to answer the temple's call to battle. With the help of these holy warriors, we will defeat the darkness. The General Ikaris-Zuir, a 3-10-3-6, becomes available for duty. We unlock the Chaharian Exemplars Mercenary Company, and it does not cost army professionalism when hired, and it increases the chosen role level, or sends us at least a little bit closer to that. As far as I know, we are still level 3. Alright, so, Chaharian Exemplars, we'll get them on the month tick. There they are. They are right here. They are Tech 4. They have 10% discipline, 10% shock damage, but they have minus 50% reinforced speed because they're all elves. Which is kind of rough, I will not lie. But we will still hire them because it's cool, you know, and I want them. Yeah, that's it. That's literally the only reason. Alright, so now we wait for the year tick, and we hope that Zaka will break this tributary status. I mean, and if we have to wait another little bit longer, it's not a huge deal. It just makes it more likely that Zaka, Devourer's sons, will die. He's 50 years old, and he is a general, so he could kick the bucket at any moment. And no, we will not give you your tribute. Absolutely not. We will recall this, and we'll start to build a spy network on Zaka. And see, the only thing I don't know is if he can break the tributary status while he is at war. He might not want to do that, is the thing. Social and political conflict in Durklum. The urban aristocrats and the guilds and lower classes are in the grips of a conflict, which the advisors of Eduz-Vacyn saw as an opportunity to strengthen the Kashra's influence in the city of Durklum. The encouragement of Shamagar, the first advisors, made the guilds revolt against the aristocrats, and they've opened the city gate to allow the Kashra, Shamagar, the first army, to occupy the city. This is a great opportunity for us to subject the city to the Kashras and curtail the city's rights. Oh, so this is our core that we got back from Zaka. So we can lose 25 autonomy here. The Shabari will lose their loyalty. Or there's no need for an occupation, we already own the city. And I'm going to go with, we already own the city. You don't need to worry about it. I can also just lower the autonomy. Alright, he just took Tech 3. A little bit unfortunate. But I don't really want to stick around for any longer than I have to. So I think we're just going to cancel this tributary. We're going to take the stab hit. And then we're going to declare for... Well, hold on. Let's not throw too hard here. Hire the Jaharian exemplars. Get off of speed 5. We're going to go ahead and ensure that we are ready to jump on all of the bordering provinces that we have. Can I have access through you, Sarian, please? That way Sarian can't demand anything in the peace deal. Actually, we're going to be a little careful, because Tlucht is still here. But Tlucht, Cleaver of Realms, is dead, which means that is one less powerful mage that we need to deal with. Alright, let's declare this war then, and see how it goes. Anti-monstrous, promise them both territory. We're going to give them, of course, nothing. And bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. Not technically an independence war, but it's got the same kind of vibe as an independence war. Alright, make sure that we have our very good general in charge here. And we can actually immediately just stab back up. As for tech, I mean, we do need to develop Renaissance at some point. And luckily we have some pretty good farmlands to do so. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's be a little bit more careful here. If I can't take Ardu in the war, I can't take Ardu. It's not worth losing troops over. Alright, we definitely do not want... That's going to be very unfortunate. That's extremely infuriating, too, because they have no reasonable way to demand that, and we need Heshur for this. So, we're going to have to find a way to convince Sarian to leave, I guess? Or we can just leave Sarian to die. Oh, never mind. They left. That works, too. I will take this fight. That is a wonderful fight for us to take. He will be there on the 4th. I mean, it is still their War Wizard, but we can match the War Wizard. We have a tech advantage on them right now. Oh, that was actually super unfortunate timing for how the troops moved in, though. Ouch. Yeah, that part maybe not so good. They move faster than Sarian's troops do. By a couple of days. Ugh. Alright, well, then we'll just keep sieging down here. He may go after this 1k stack. He may try and wrap around to get him. He may also just go straight for stuff that I really don't want him to take. We will gain the temple power. Okay, I mean, we'll go help here. Actually, no, we won't. We'll be sneaky and we'll go over here. They are going to be sieging down our subject, which I'm actually fine with. Okay, and if Zaka dies, then, I mean, that's it. That's the war. That is the very easy win condition. And the moment that we can get Tlucht out, we're going to be doing so. Preferably, I can break their alliance with Zaka, but I don't really want to wait around and see if we can get that. If I can get Tlucht out of this war, I will get them out of this war. They are... like, the one thing that I definitely cannot afford to have, just, like, chilling. Okay, you attach to the army of Sarian. Right? Yeah. And let's go go deal with these guys. Oh, they really got that back? Can we get there in time, though? It's 170. Garrison. So if we get a wall breach, we could assault. We could get Inno for taking Miltech here. We'll think about it. Tier 2 government reform. Balanced mission gives you the devotion. Protection gives an extra missionary, which is kind of nice. Extra merchant wouldn't be too bad. Manpower recovery speed. And constructing churches and cathedrals gives loyalty. And +2 tolerance for the true faith. I like the mission of protection. It also makes the most sense with our tag. Really, I'd like the extra merchant, to be fair. But I think mission of protection makes the most sense. Even if we don't convert a whole bunch. Yeah, you know what? We'll go mission of protection. +1 missionaries, 10% fort defense, and I will... Oh. Apparently that was enough. We now have enough temple power. Cool. Reach Tarios. Tarios, venerable priest king of Irlium, holds de facto authority over the Sun cult after being named High Kashra, the first among peers during the Council of 1201. Should the temple demonstrate the requisite conviction, the Sun Elves will support the struggle against the darkness. Alright, we gain 5 temple power, and for 30 years, minus 20% land maintenance modifier, which means that we're no longer losing money while at war. Alright, now I want to improve with Brisson to get access to this. So let's start improving with Brisson. Alright, you make your way up here. This is the last province that I absolutely need in this war. So we'll see how it goes. And the fact that Tlucht doesn't have... Also, I think we can wait to take this. Yeah, we can wait for the year tech. The fact that Tlucht doesn't have their powerful mage anymore is very good for us. Syrian is going to be very annoying, though, by occupying some of this stuff. Like, I know why they're demanding it, but I don't agree with it. I attached you to the AI. That is not what I meant to do. I would never purposely do that. Unless we had like 1,000 troops, and I was like, yeah, I don't like these 1,000 troops. But if I keep Tlucht in, then I can actually give Elyzna land. Though he doesn't actually want anything from Zaka, so I think we'd be fine. Like, if we took this, then Elyzna would get mad. But the peace deal for us, at the very, very bare minimum, is going to be this right here in war reps. Eduz-Vacyn has a bunch of claims. If I look at their mission tree, they need a temple in their capital. They need to improve relations with Segdir. Yeah, see, they need to own Hashur, which is not going to happen. But if I give them one of these, they gain 10 prestige. Yeah, see, I don't really need to feed them their mission tree. I think we'll be all right. I do want to take this province, though. That's not too bad. If I can take this stuff, that would also be pretty good. And really, I'd like to get a border with Siadan. Then maybe some money. No, we won't get much of the money. But this is probably what I'm looking for. If this can somehow get unsieged, that'd be great. I doubt it will be. But actually, if we let these guys move, they might unsiege it. It's a little bit of a cheesy maneuver here. But it could work. Right, there we go. We'll take admin tech, gain some of that. I will go ahead and take the... Actually, I won't take Diplotech. As for our ideas, we can either go roleplay for our ideas, or we can go, like, the good idea. Like, actually doing something smart. Doing something smart would say that we go military idea first. Roleplay idea would be saying we go religious first. We could go divine ideas. I don't usually go divine ideas. Overall, not a huge fan of divine ideas myself. But it does fit what we're doing, so I might as well click it. We're not going to take the first one yet. I want to make sure we stay caught up on tech, but we'll see how it goes. See, I don't want him to grab that. I want him to unsiege this. That's what I'm looking for. I should probably go down and take his capital. And honestly, watching Sarian's troops die here is very, very good for us. Very, very good. I could probably walk over and help grab Tluk's stuff too. And since I do have the Mega War Wizard, we should probably do that. I'm not going to contest that mountain though. But I will send my War Wizard onto there. He will be helpful. My allies are throwing away my war score. Where did my allies go? My allies are literally throwing the war. That is kind of crazy. Allies is down to 6,000 troops. Okay, maybe we will have to win this on our own. I mean, yeah. Okay. The war score is just changing so fast at the moment. But we're chilling. I mean, there's not much we can do. We gotta take this mountain fort at some point. Seadin's coming back in. I do want to make sure that Seadin breaks their alliance with Zaka. Though, to be fair, I could also use Seadin to reset my truce with Zaka if I wanted to. We really need this to fall. And here comes Elysna with more troops. They've built back up to 19,000. Factions influence. I can gain 100 military power at the cost of temple power. Enact temple dictate. What does that mean? What does it do? It's an important legal document that the temple can produce. Dictates are theological statements made by the Kashra about a particular situation that concerns the sun cult. Dictates are not meant to be prescriptive or irrevocable. Instead, they can be adopted and used as guidelines. Okay, it did nothing. Sounds good to me. As long as I don't lose anything. Do I need temple power for anything right here? No. Okay, let's grab the military points then. Ooh, the death of Tarios. Even elves are mortal, though the other races so often forget this as generations will pass, with the same ruler still holding firm to life in their position. Though it is not our ruler who has passed, the bells tolling from the temples all over Bulwar mark the death of another, Tarios, Zuir, the Sun Elven King of Irlium, who pulled the disparaged pieces of the new Sun cult back together after Jexus Jair Zuir's assassination. There are stirrings in the temples already as prominent figures scramble to prevent chaos. Apparently, many parts of the inner workings of the faith were seen to by Tarios himself, and only he. The lords and priests in Irlium seem to be trying to organize some form of council to try and find solutions to this potential crisis that everyone can accept. We should start calling in favors now so we might get some backing for our own positions in that council. We would not want to be left in the shade while others danced in the sun. And it will start the incident, which is like the... It's the Shinto mechanics in the base game. And so we are now actively in the 13th night, which is our special one. And we are also in the death of Tarios, which everybody in the new Sun Cult is in right now. Alright, there's a good victory there. And we've taken that. Now, we cannot currently take their capital. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to lose the Elysna and Sarian alliances anyways, because our trust is going to be dropping with them sooner rather than later anyways, for reasons that I will not spoil if you do not know, but I think we just want to get Tluk out of this war. War reps, money. Break your alliance with Zaka. Thank you. Okay, they are unsieging us. As I planned. It is all simply part of the plan. Not part of the plan is Sarian immediately taking it back, though. That's not exactly what I was hoping for. We will join in this fight. Okay. We're a little late to the fight, but we get there. We are immediately moving into Irornaz. And it is Eduz-Vacyn who is sieging it down, who should automatically give it to us. The Council of Madurar. The invitations were sent out to all the temples, lords, prominent figures in Bulwar. The council will take place 1 year from now in Madurar, a city which sits on the conflicts of the Saran and Buranan rivers in Irlium territory. The debates will take place in a grand hall that has been prepared in the city to hold all the delegations that Splendor will no doubt begin to arrive in short order. Now we have only to decide how grand our delegation should be. A large and splendid one could both show our support for the cause of unity and help to make us seem a powerful player in these matters. But if we are to outshine both friend and rival, we will have to be unconcerned with cost. And we will send a massive delegation. Of course, 22 crowns, 10 prestige. Increases unity among the cult. That is what we are hoping for. Nice. Nice. Okay, this is looking good so far. This is looking bad. Syrian can't actually grab it, but they're claiming it like they want it, which is infuriating. And would not be good. Davharal is also making their way in through their war. So, and Mulin is dying to centaurs. So yeah, we're gonna rush towards their capital to make sure that we can get it for the war score. We're at +5 from battles right now. I need to fight Zaka one more time. We need to win 3 battles against him, so the sooner we can do that, the better. He has 7,000 troops somewhere. Can we get any hints? Any hints onto where he is hiding his troops? Hello? Zaka, where are you? There he is. We're going to take this fight. I'm less confident about taking this fight. We don't have any homies down here. Sarian is walking the other direction. The Council of Madurar begins. The delegations have been arriving regularly this last few months, and now all are finally assembled. Most nations and groups in Bulwar have sent at least a token delegation to represent their interests in these debates, though some have decided they are above such things and would prefer to keep themselves in this. No matter, there are more than enough here to make the decisions we need and enforce them. I need to go fight him. If I scorch this, maybe we can get him in. I don't need to recruit their general, thank you. Let's tell everybody, hey, you can attach to me if you want to. I just need a couple more troops in order to get into here and deal with this. Okay, well, we got this province at least. A little bit closer. Come on. Attack. Wait. This could be it. This could be it. He arrives here on the 23rd. We arrive here on the 8th. He gets out. Damn. But we have someone attached with us, so we're going in. This is it. We have to win this fight. Are these reinforcements going to get here? Oh, yes, they did. They got here just in time, and that completes the mission. Embolden Elides. When the Gnolls invaded the lands of the Saran in 1426, the king of Sarian lost his arm during personal combat with the Pack Lord Zaka. Since then, he hasn't left his palace, and the armies of Sarian remain idle. If we manage to defeat the Gnolls and heretics in battle, we may be able to convince our former lord to resume the fight and send his elite soldiers to support our armies. We get 5 temple power. For 30 years, we get 10% morale of armies and 5% discipline. Which is very, very good. I now need to be employing a diplomatic advisor here, and I will get the improved relations because we'll need him anyways. And we can finish the Rabsukal of Brissan. The great city of Brissan shines like a jewel on the Divenhall coast, enriched by the traders of faraway Canor. The Gnolls of Tuluk's accursed pack threaten both them and their protectors in Irlium, and they could be persuaded to fund war in the east, gambling on the temple's survival to guarantee their own. We gain 100 crowns. Now we need 2 people who are Zanite culture to have 100 opinion of us. And there are not too many of them around. So let's make sure that we improve with them before they get annexed. And Zanbar, you will be next. Alright, now we are running a little low on troops here. I'm hoping that Siaden goes and unsieges us. We could get Inno for taking the Miltech now. A tempting offer, I will not lie. Start improving Zanbar. I would really like to own this. Irlium declares anti-monstrous on Tlukt. We will probably come to regret this decision that we've done to make Irlium so strong later on, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, they're going to unsiege all this, which is fine. First debate, the role of the chosen in the society. For too long have individual nations been debating the proper place of Suriel's chosen within Bulwari society. Some of the more zealous among us believe that Sun Elves to be god kings, infallible and ineffable, to be kept away from the masses and to interact with them only through the clergy. Some believe them divinely inspired rulers and chosen champions. There are also those who think they are simply the ones chosen to lead us to Suriel's light, not to carve the path or allow us to see it, but to guide us on it as equals. Whatever the case, it must be decided here and now what the chosen truly mean to us. Let's go with... I mean, Irlium wants us to go lead us to help us find a path, but we're going like full elf simp. So we're saying no, they are god kings who allow lesser beings a glimpse of the light. Even though we're not elves, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but you know, it's fine. I said we're going for the full deal here. We don't have ticking war score because our homies keep losing battles. Factions of the temple influence us. Let's go for more temple power. We also probably have enough to develop the institution right now. But the Shibari, we can wait for them to become loyal to get cheaper dev cost. Alright, let's make our way north. See what we can do. They still have 18,000 troops. Zaka is on low war enthusiasm. We might not be able to take everything that we want in this war, which would be kind of sad. But we'll see how it goes. These are mountains. We don't want to pick this fight. And Zaka himself is still alive, which is very unfortunate. He's 55. We have noble rebels rise up back at home. Go ahead and throw on a defensive edict for now. This guy's move. I don't really want to engage this stack. We don't win that fight. Unless Elisna gets over here to help out, then we might. Let's go do these rebels. Okay, you. Give me your war reps and your money. Thank you. That's another one of their homies out of the war. Keep improving Zanbar. Because I would like to make sure that we can... Oh, I missed the Inno. That's fine. Yeah, see, I want to own all this so I can complete this mission so we can see what happens. But I want to make sure that all these other missions are done first in case we need those or we get special bonuses for doing so. I don't actually know. But hey, making sure that everything is done the right way sounds good. Bad news, though. Sariand is going to be stopping us from taking literally everything we want. Because Sariand are haters. Alright, they are haters, apparently. I do want to take this mountain fort, though. And I do want to take this fort. We can turn these into 2 mountain forts that our vassal can hold, and that way I don't have to pay for them. We're 34 reasons off of the current war. Elisna does not get mad because they don't want anything. Only Sariand gets mad, and I don't care what Sariand thinks. Because they are going to be a target of ours in the not-too-distant future. You want to have base tax here? You know what? I'll do that. There we go, because then I can summon another diet, which makes the Shibari loyal. They want Eduz-Vacyn to have 7 Diplo Dev. Oh, I can do that. Now, can I get the Shibari to be a little bit more influential here? Without giving them a crazy amount of stuff. Not that I can see, because I'd like the minus 10% dev cost instead of minus 7.5. But it's not a huge deal. If I can't do that, we'll make it. Ooh, I do want to wait for encouraged development, though. This isn't for a couple months. We're not about to max out on any points anymore, so we're good. We can chill. We can hold. It is so upsetting that Sariand is demanding this, even though they have no reasonable way of taking it for themselves. Alright. Really, what would solve our problems is if we could get... Words. Words are difficult. Yeah, I don't even know what I was going to say anymore. Completely slipped my mind. Yeah, I have no idea. It's gone. Literally gone. War score from battles. That's what I was thinking. An army career. I will take that 15 army tradition. That gets our army tradition up to 36. That's pretty bad. Bulwar. Who are you rival to? Plucked. Alright. Here we go. We can now complete summon the Zanites. The Zanites of Bulwar, cousins of the Sarani, have been fighting their own war against the monsters of Bulwar, but even they understand that our situation is dire. With the proper persuasion, new men for the army could make the difference in ridding the Saran of Gnoll taint once and for all. For 30 years, 15% manpower recovery speed. Right, and we are now good to peace out. So unfortunately, we can't take this stuff. I can get a border with Zaka's vassal. I don't mind taking this stuff here. But we'll probably get claims on it, is the thing. I do want this, though, because I want to make sure that if someone takes this land, that they can't snag it for themselves. I mean, preferably we go and grab this, but we'll just do this. It's fine. We'll read that in a second. And there we go. Beautiful. All for ourselves. Alright, the second debate. The place of humans and the clergy. Our clergy has, until now, been made up of human priests and administrators who guide the populace in the worship of Suriel and his chosen people, the Sun Elves. It has always been their place to teach the masses the proper methods and rituals of worship, and to act as liaisons between the more isolated, deified elves and the common folk. Some have proposed, however, to hand over leadership of the clergy to the Sun Elves themselves, thus allowing them to dictate the proper ways to worship directly. They would then teach these ways to the human priests under them, who would in turn teach the commoners. The top position should be occupied by the chosen. I agree. I agree. We are zealous little guys around here, I guess. Okay, we're going to delete the Jaharan exemplars because they're actually really bad. I'm glad we've used them, but now that, we don't need to. I'd rather not. The minus 50% manpower recovery speed and less manpower is really bad. And we can now complete Recover Hashur. When the Sarani rebelled in the early 1444, Hashur was the first to fall to the demon-worshipping hordes of Zaka. Should the city be recovered, Suriel's blessing on the temple will be undeniable, since we will have freed our brothers and put an end to this endless night. End of the incident the 13th night, and the event of the sun rises happens. When Suriel left, we were afraid. We hid from the darkness in the ruins of our cities. We shared the meager food that was left, some moldy grains and stagnant water among our neighbors. We hugged our children together and slept. There was no other possible action on that night that had already been going on for 13 days. We woke up to laughter. Our children were nowhere to be found, and scared we ran outside only to be blinded by the light of the first dawn. A light so bright with no comparison to the dim moonlight of Kuza. The children rejoiced as they played in the ruins under a new celestial object. Our Father and Creator, our Lord, our Savior. Suriel, the Green Gardener, Lord of Civilization, last of our gods, who sacrificed his mortal coil to save us. Our Sun. The 13 Days of Darkness by an anonymous priest. The sun rises in the lands of the Sarani. The Chosen's role increases by 1 level. We obtain new missions. Lots and lots of new missions, apparently. Look at that. Oh, it's like a brand new tree. Okay, I'm glad we completed the other one then. It actually did want us to take Zaka's capital there. I mean, that's okay. Yeah, it's not like that will be the last war that we do against good old Zaka. All right. Well, before we go here, they are loyal. We can not encourage development for 3 more months. Let's let another 3 months go by. We've gained anti-monster CB on Tlucked. That's great. Start coring everything. And Sarian's going to break their alliance with us. I don't really care. Go ahead and rival Sarian. And rival Tlucked. Alright. We need to build up to our force limit. I don't have a lot of manpower, but I'm going to build the troops anyways. We will seize land after we do some development, which is going to happen right now. And we will hopefully develop with mostly Diplo points here. So we want to do the other developments first before it gets too expensive. I think it's to 25. That's 30. We can expand again. There we go. There's Renaissance in our capital, which we can then go and embrace for 97 ducats. Very good. I can then seize Crown Land. We do have some rebels, apparently, that rose up from that. That's a bit of a mistake on my part. And once these new troops are built up, though, then we will be able to contest this. We need to cancel these, though. And build another one. Another one. All right. But that is going to do it for today. Next time, we will check out our new mission tree and see exactly what it is we need to do. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.